to bear this image of giving love, community that spills over to the rest of the world. The Bible word for that is image bearers. We were created to the image of God. Not only does that make us creative people, but that makes us lovers that give by very nature. That's why something comes alive in you when you are serving the needs of another and blessing them. When you give, something in you awakens. Why? Because you're an image bearer of the generous God. And you were created to not only enjoy the riches of community and the affection and the beauty that brings, but to let that spill over the edges and affect others and influence and extend and draw others into that same situation. So through Abraham and the patriarchs and Moses, Israel was called to be a missionary nation, salt of the earth, light of the world. But instead they took those gifts and made them exclusive. Now this is an important thing. This is called defensive living. And we're seeing this right now everywhere we look. Many of you will be aware of just recently, maybe a few days ago, in Dover, the protests against migrants and the nationalism. Maybe at its best, it can be called nationalism. It's also xenophobia and sectarianism at its worst. And what it is it's a defensive living. It's like we've got to keep it to ourselves so that it won't be taken from us. And what that lacks is an understanding of the abundance in the heart of God. And so there's this protective kind of pushing away and hiding in our little corner kind of mentality. Israel slipped into this. Humans slip into this all the time. This isn't just the worst example of this, but it's an example of this, and it's happening in our world. In fact, it's happening 10 miles away from where I'm talking to you right now. And there's a defensive living posture that comes with that. But that's not what community is biblically. Community is something beautiful that we have, yes, but it's something beautiful that we share just as much. And that was the call on Israel. That was the call on Adam and Eve and the first humans. That was the call on Israel. And again and again and again, we slipped into this defensive living posture. I wonder if there are areas in your life where you're living defensively. And I think the voice of the Spirit right now is whispering to you as it's whispering to me. This was meant to be shared. You will know what it means to be alive in a different way. You will experience a beauty of community, like Christina was describing, unlike you've ever experienced, when it gets shared. Because genuine love gives. Community becomes toxic if it isn't outreaching. And that's crucial.